Hey y'all, it's Leslie here from Introvert Inspired, and today I'm going to work on kitting up my next canvas, which is going to be Breath of the Wild. Stick around, let's hang out. Okay, so this is loosely a continuation of my most recent video of the pivot. Today I will kit up Breath of the Wild, which is this beauty right here. She's one I've been waiting to do for quite a while now. So instead of doing the other one, I am going to work on her next, and I cannot wait. So I'm going to get started kitting her up, and I will show you that. Okay, y'all, so kitting up just means that we are going to put the diamonds from our next kit that I'm going to be working on into these Elizabeth Ward containers, and so that they are ready to work on. Some people use different kinds of containers. These are the ones that seem to work best for me, that I prefer. If I can use them, I do. I only have these two available to me, and I have one of them that has some multiple sizes of containers in them. And then I have another one that has all of one tiny size. And what that allows me to do is I can use one tray and I can customize it to fit whatever kit it is that I'm using. So Breath of the Wild has, I believe, 53, maybe 58 colors, I think maybe. And they're going to vary as to how many diamonds of each color there are. And that means that these different sizes of containers will be handy. But I only have a certain number of the larger sizes, and then I have a lot more of the smaller ones. So I'm gonna put as many as I can in the small containers, and then the ones that require the bigger sizes, I will use the smallest size that I need of the bigger sizes, if that makes sense. Diamond Art Club puts them in descending order according to weight. So you can see in a minute that the heaviest amount of diamonds of a particular color will be the first in the color chain. So I will show you in just a minute how I keep track and try to figure out which is the best size for each color. And then I'll get down to where all the rest of them I know need the smallest size. Okay, just in case you've never seen this before, this is what a package of drills looks like from Diamond Art Club. This is the sticker on it that says the, I guess the serial number of the kit probably, and then the title of the kit is called Breath of the Wild. I'm going to open these up and then start to weigh them to see which ones have the most drills in them, and then I'm gonna see which size of these containers each weight requires. So here I'm just unwrapping the outer package that the drill chain comes in. Usually the heaviest color or amount of drills for a particular color are going to be toward the inside of the chain. So I'm sort of just separating out what is probably the smallest number of drills per color and sort of putting those aside. And you can always tell you're on the right track when the colors that are least prominent in the piece are the ones that you're putting aside first. So then these blues are the ones that are going to occur most frequently in the piece. And so I'm sort of just assessing how many pouches for each of those colors there are. So for most of them, there's 2 to 3 pouches per color. So what I'm doing here is just cutting apart the pouches for each color in the chain, and then I'm weighing each pouch to see how many grams of each color are there. And y'all, it's an elephant in the room, but well, maybe there's a couple of elephants in the room with me. The first is I don't have a budget for music, so forgive me for that. Also, There is construction happening on my street this week. I have been without internet because they tore up the street completely, and they are working on paving it. They say they'll pave it tomorrow. We shall see. Regardless, thank you for your patience. They accidentally cut my AT&T fiber line a couple days ago. So I have 3 sizes of containers, and I'm pretty sure that the ones that have 2 pouches are going to need the largest container. I think it was like 14 grams per pouch for the ones that were the most full. So I'm just going to start cutting the pouches open and putting them into the size of container that I think is going to be right for each color. I think eventually I'll get more organized and I will know exactly which size each weight needs. But this is a very recent idea for me to start weighing these pouches. So eventually I'll get a lot more organized and I'll know, the range for this container size is this many grams, etc. For now, this is all new to me. So now I'm going to cut these open and then put the same color in each container, 1 container per color. So I need the largest container for these because they had the highest amount of drills. And then I'll go down from there. And when I'm kitting up, I go ahead and put the empty pouches into the overwrap, like the cellophane overwrap that everything came in. This is the little booklet that comes with Diamond Art Club pieces. It has Kiss Cut stickers for the labels and also one of the image. So you can use that in your log or record book, whatever you have. I have a logbook page that I'm working on that I still don't have quite how I love it yet. And I'll offer that to you when I have it, as soon as I do. So this is the sticker page, and each symbol coordinates with the symbol on the canvas. So that little corner thing that looks like an L there would also appear on the canvas where you're supposed to put those drills. So now I'm ready to go ahead and start putting them into the size of container that I've decided they need. I'm kind of double checking here just to make sure I have the right idea for what size they should each go in. And then I'm just gonna get going on dumping them into the right size container. As you can see, there's no static whatsoever. I don't have to worry about any of that. I just cut it open, put it in the Elizabeth Ward container, and then I find the right sticker that goes with that color and put that on the container. I tend to put it at the top right because it's easiest to reach it there. I kind of got the idea from Daphne at Diamond Painting Anonymous, actually. I saw her do that and I wondered why she did, and then I kind of realized it must be because they're so easy to reach there. And it's true. That just works best for me. So that's what I do now. So thanks, Daphne. It really goes pretty quick, and this video is sped up a little bit, but it's a really quick process in general. I don't know how long it takes me to do this entire kit up. I guess next time I will time myself and let you know how long that takes total. But these are the colors that need the biggest sizes of containers, and then you'll see me move on to the next size down and then the next size down after that. And then once I get through all those, then it's just the tiniest containers for every one after that. Okay, so as I was saying, they cut my fiber line accidentally, and they said it'll be about a week until it's fixed, which I suspect may or may not be true. So again, I'm just putting the trash into the cellophane wrapper that the drill chain came in and putting my labels on. I hope y'all can't hear the construction. They have torn up my street completely. They cut the fiber for my internet yesterday accidentally, or no, it's been 3 days now. And thankfully, mercifully, we got a notice that they're going to put the pavement down tomorrow. So hopefully my internet will be back in 4 days from now, give or take. So I'm stuck using my hotspot until then. Okay, here I am wiping off the residue from the previous sticker that was on there before. It really doesn't take much, just a little bit of oils from your fingers and some elbow grease, as they say. And then here I am ready to switch to the next size down, the next container size down. And so I was just sort of taking note of the weight of each of the amounts that are in the color, in each color now. And I don't know if it was like 10, maybe 10 grams, 9 or 10 grams, something like that, I think. And so again, I'm just taking the sticker and putting it on the container. So as soon as I know that I don't need any of the larger size containers anymore, then I can switch to just the tiny ones. So I'm taking the ones out that I know I don't need any more of, and I'm moving the next smallest size over to the left, because those are the ones that I'm going to need next. So then I'm going to remove all the medium-sized ones that I definitely know I don't need anymore. And those are going into my other Elizabeth Ward kit that is totally empty, as I'm using this one to kit up. And there's always little random drills, or in this case, most of the time it's fur from my fur baby, who is always around. She doesn't really shed too much. She's a Boston Terrier, so she doesn't have a terrible shedding problem, but I do find her little glitter, personal fur glitter around sometimes. So usually I'm picking that up with the oils from my fingers will usually pick those up and allow me to get rid of them for her. Yes, you're welcome. My darling freeloader, you're welcome. So now we're down to the second to last, smallest size container. And there's just a few of those that we need, and then we'll be on to the tiniest size. So how are y'all doing? How is the fall going for you? It's still 89 to 90 degrees every day here in Central Texas. So it's always hard to get into the fall swing of things and the fall vibes of everything when it is so freaking hot all day, every day. Pretty used to it though, so we'll survive. I've been sick. I got some kind of cold or something, but I'm on the upswing now. My cough is finally settling down a little. It's been about 2.5 weeks. So if you have something, hang in there. So here I'm realizing that I may have put the large containers away too soon. And I'm starting to realize that I need a large container for these two. I think together they weighed like 34 grams, so 17 grams each. And I think that is about what was in those other two large containers. So I'm just regrouping and going back and getting one of the larger containers, or seeing if I think that these two together will fit in the next size down from the largest container, which I had thought I had already moved on from, but this color still needed the second size from the largest. So then what happens here, you guys can tell that I really practice what I preach when I say I am a non-perfectionist or an anti-perfectionist. So what I'm doing here is I'm loading 1 and part of the second bag into the current size container that I'm on. And then I realize, oh crap, they don't all fit. So I decide that I need to go ahead and use this size container for as many of these as I can. And then I will put the overflow into a small container. I think I don't have any more of the extra large containers. I think I only have 3 total. So I think that is what was necessary in order to accommodate all of that color of drill. So that's what I ended up doing to solve the problem. And then I end up putting a piece of washi tape on top of the overflow one, so that when I need it, I can tell where it is and what it goes with. So I'm just taking the washi, I'm going to put that on the top, and then I'm going to mark it with my Sharpie, then the DMC number on top, so then I can know to basically ignore. Pretty much if I don't need that overflow at all, then I just won't use it. I'll just ignore it the whole time. Because it's standard for DAC and probably most other shops to give you 20% extra from every color of drill that you need. So a lot of times I wouldn't even use those extra drills. And that's probably how many of the overflow there are. And if I do end up needing it, I will use it after I exhaust all of the ones in the medium size container for that color. And I like them to be mostly in rainbow order, but if there is a prominent color, like the blues in this case, then I just start with all the blues on the left, and then I'll do rainbow order with the rest of them. So that's what you'll see me do here. So anyway, it's still really warm here, but that is normal. I have no Wi-Fi. That is not normal, but hopefully we'll be through that soon in the next few days. I will be celebrating with my goddaughter. Her birthday, her 16th birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I will be celebrating with her, doing our annual auntie goddaughter celebration where she'll come, we'll go have sushi, she'll come to my house, we'll do whatever she wants basically, and then the next morning we will go to brunch and maybe do some shopping, that kind of stuff. So we lost her mom in 2023 and we miss her mom dearly, and I love being able to spend time with her. So that is what this season always means for me. I've been doing drills and chills, and that's been a fun time. I finished Cauldron of Myrrh. I am punting on the other canvas that I had chosen from Oraloa, A Witch in Town. You can see another video about that if you're curious about what happened with that. I will be starting I have 2 winter kits that I'll probably start after this one. Okay, well, I mean, isn't this a thing of beauty? I just love a rainbow ordered kit that is ready to go. I could not love this color scheme more. I love all the blues and then the pops of orange. It's a little bit Taylor Swifty, right? A little bit. It's a little more blue than turquoise, to be fair, but it reminds me a little bit of what everyone is going gaga about on her Showgirl, whatever it's called. Sorry, I'm not really a Swiftie. Her album, Tales of a Showgirl, right? Or Stories of a Showgirl? I don't remember. But it reminds me of that just a little bit, and I can't wait to start placing drills. So this took the amount of time that it should have taken, maybe a couple hours, and the results are this gorgeous kit up that is ready to go, and that I am so thrilled and excited to be able to start working on soon. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the next day. I'm still feeling kind of sick, but it'll be soon and whenever I want. is when it will happen. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you pivot where you need to pivot and keep going where you need to keep going. I'll see you next time. Bye.